Hey there, race fans. Welcome to another edition of This Week in the Valley. I'm Matt Noonan. Plenty of big events in this past weekend. We had the Dream at Eldora Speedway. OVDTR's cameras were on hand at Hillbilly 100 Qualifiers at I-77 and Ohio Valley. Two great nights of racing. So let's take a look at the highlights. Friday night would see the first Hillbilly 100 qualifier of the weekend, with the winner getting to choose between $2,000 or $1,000 and a guaranteed starting position in dirt late model racing's oldest major event. Chris Carpenter would take the early lead of the race in his number 28 machine, and he would proceed to drive away from the rest of the field. It was starting to look like it was Carpenter's race to lose, but unfortunately that is what would happen, is something would go wrong on that number 28 machine, and Carpenter had to call it in early night. Off of the restart, the man on the move was Zach Dome in the white number 115 machine, as he quickly rocketed from third up into the lead with a nice outside move through turns 1 and 2, and Dome would quickly assert himself as one of the cars to beat. In the middle of the field, the man on the move was Corey Conley, who started in the middle of the pack. He picked off cars one at a time, and the Flying Ace suddenly found himself battling for a spot in the top 5. But up front, it was all Zach Dome, as he would drive away from the rest of the field and win this one by more than a full straightaway over Conley. Saturday night, it was up to Ohio Valley Speedway in Lubac, West Virginia. Tim Dome and Rod Evans would bring him down to the green flag. Dome, though, would not get a good start, as Evans goes to the lead and Chris Garnes moves by for the number 2 position. But Dome would start to gather his car back up off of another restart. He would draw the 16 machine to the inside of Garnes, as they would battle wheel to wheel for the runner-up position, with Evans continuing to lead the race on what was a very fast and wide racing surface on Saturday night. But Dome would continue his march to the front as he draws up alongside of Evans, and this duo would race side by side for several laps. With just a handful remaining, they would race dead even into turns 1 and 2. Trouble, though, as a lap car gets sideways in front. That would hold up Evans and allow Dome to take over the lead of the race on the restart. Dome doing everything he can to try to hold off the advances of Evans, as once again Corey Conley would charge toward the front late. Evans, with a last-ditch move up to the outside, drives it hard up on the cushion, but he would not be able to get there, as Tim Dome becomes the second Dome of the weekend to secure a spot in the Hillbilly 100 with the win. On Saturday night, June 14th at With Raceway, beauty meets the beasts. The Beasts of the East, the Renegades of Dirt Modified Tour, will stage their first race in the state of Virginia, racing for $2,000 to win in the Blue Ridge Mountains' favorite high-banked half mile. Racing starts at 7 o'clock, and general admission tickets are just $15. Come to the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains of Virginia, as With Raceway hosts the Beasts of the East, the Renegades of Dirt. Welcome back to This Week in the Valley. We're now joined by one of the hottest drivers, not only in the Valley, but in the entire nation, as Ashland, Ohio's flying Ryan Markham has been piling up wins left and right here in 2014. Ryan, thanks for joining us. It's been quite the season for you so far, to say the least.
Yeah, we started out, in late March. We went down to Atomic, and the track that I won at, like, late September last year. And, we run third opening night in the it's a 2010 race car, but it was new to me. And, we ran third, a strong third, and second night out at Attica, we won. And then went down to Hilltop for their opener and won that. And then we went over to Wayne County and won 3 in a row over there. It's just been a phenomenal year, I mean, it just, race is one of them games that, we won't per se call it luck, but you need things to go your way. Some nights you get that good draw. Other nights you don't get the good draw. Some nights you get the good draw. We don't have to pass a lot of cars, and it's just other nights your car is really good and you can pass cars. So just sometimes it's just how things roll.
Ryan, when you go on a win streak like you've been having as of late, what does that do for your confidence? I imagine you have to be thinking that every time you pull into every track, you have to be feeling that you can win. Is that right?
I guess when you can do it, it just makes things a lot better. And you go back my last couple years of racing. I've won some races and finished. Nobody knows who finishes third. You know what I mean? But in like the last couple of years, I almost run top 3 about every single night, but I just didn't get those wins, just that guy gets a checkered flag, gets all the limelight. So, nobody even really seen me on the radar, but yet, like I say, I was up front every night. But, like I say, when you got confidence behind you, and the race car is just phenomenal.
Well, Ryan, you mentioned that this year you guys went out and got some newer equipment. How big of a factor has that been in helping you to increase your success?
Maybe I just got a little bit behind the times because I was running a black front-end rocket for, since 1997, I guess. So, like I say, I just updated the new stuff and it's not even a new car. It's a 2010 car, but it's a newer technology, and it's just really working good for me right now. You just learn how to drive it, and it really fixed my style really good.
Obviously, every win is great, Ryan, but let's go back to Memorial Day weekend as you were able to get a win at Erie Speedway. A lot of folks maybe just looking at it on paper might not think it was that big of a win, but for you it was kind of a special night. Take us back why that was a special win for you.
Yeah, it was kind of like a homecoming going up there. Back in like late 90s, early 2000s to about 2005, I ran up at Raceway 7, which is only about 20 minutes from Erie. And we raced up there every night, so I knew a lot of them guys up there. But, when Hilltop opened up down here, they run Friday, so there was no need for me to go all the way to Conneaut. And so I kind of lost track, and then they quit running super late, and just hadn't been over in that area for a long time. So it was kind of neat to see a lot of people that I haven't raced with for upwards of, 10 years, 7 to 10 years.
Very cool story, and I'm sure a lot of folks were happy to see you in victory lane there on Memorial Day weekend. Well, Ryan, we'll let you go now, but thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to hopefully talking with you again later this season.
Hey, anytime. Give me a call.
That's flying Ryan Markham out of Ashland, Ohio, as he has been winning left and right here in 2014, and he'll look to keep that up here throughout the summer. Coming up on OVDTR, we'll take a look at our weekly schedule as there's plenty of racing ahead this weekend.
Ron's Auto Center in Chester Hill, Ohio is proud to support OVDTR.com. The next time your personal vehicle needs a pit stop, stop by Ron's for complete auto service. And when you're on your way to the races, stop in for a wide selection of deli meats, cheeses, pizza, subs, snacks, drinks, ice, and more. Ron's Auto Center, the one-stop shop for every race fan's needs, and a proud supporter of OVDTR.com.
Welcome back to This Week in the Valley. Well, we're now hitting the mid-stretch of the summer, and plenty of big races are ahead of us. Let's take a look at OVDTR's weekly schedule and see what's on the docket this week. Friday night, Midway Speedway hosts the Ohio Valley Sprint Car Association. It's a $1,500 to win late model special at Beckley. I-77 has a $1,000 to win modified main event. The Thunderstocks are on hand at Limaland for a $1,000 to win race. A $750 to win modified show at Elkins on Friday night as well. We have the Penn Ohio Pro Stocks at Raceway 7 for $500. A mid-season championship event at Attica, and regular shows on tap at 250, Jackson County, Legendary Hilltop, Lernerville, and Moeller. Then on Saturday night, a $5,000 to win late model event at Portsmouth Raceway Park. Should be a great event there on the banks of the Ohio River. Topless Mods in the house at Ohio Valley Speedway. We saw great racing there last week, expecting more of the same. It's a $1,000 to win street stock special at Hilltop. The Rush Modifieds are in the house at Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Mid-season championships at Tyler County and Wayne County Speedways. And regular shows on tap at 35, Atomic, Brush Creek, Deerfield, Fremont, Oakshade, Princeton, Roaring Knob, Sharon, Skyline, and Waynesfield. Well, that's going to do it for this week's edition of This Week in the Valley. So for Kyle Jones and the rest of our OVDTR staff, I'm Matt Noonan. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the races.